what's interesting about these coal seams is you can trace them from here all the way up into Canada and all the way down into the Gulf of Mexico, underneath the Gulf of Mexico, and trace them west all the way across the length of Tennessee, past the Mississippi River into Missouri, and trace them east, skip the Atlantic Ocean, they're in Europe, all the way across Europe into Russia.
Oh my goodness.
The size of this mat of logs is the size of a continent.
How do we get that much?
See, and think of that flood concept that the Bible talks about. And if it's a global flood, you've got North America and Europe covered. And at the point these rocks are deposited, North America is smashed into Europe, and they're connected. So this log mat could float back and forth across all the way from what's now Moscow, all the way over to the Mississippi River and back again, depositing coal seams over both of these continents.
That are consistent across both continents, yet now separated by the Atlantic.
And exactly the same, yeah, and in the Atlantic you don't find any coal, you don't find any of the fossils. When you find the fossils, these lycopods are the exact same lycopods that are over there in Europe. Exactly the same. They're exactly the same. In fact, the entire coal seam layer, the entire Carboniferous, as they call it in Europe, has got the same species, the same pollen, all the way through what's conventionally understood to be 100 million years of time. Same plants, same animals. In fact, for my dissertation, I worked on Lingula, which is a brachiopod species, a bivalve species, and the same species of Lingula metalloides and Lingula squamiferus are found from the base of the Carboniferous to the top of the Carboniferous, exactly the same species. Another person I know did a dissertation on pollen, finds exactly the same species all the way through. It's the same forest that's been deposited over all of that region.
Yes.
It makes sense in a flood model. It makes no sense whatsoever in the conventional.